It's me and Gene and Shannon Renee, 105.1 The Bounce. And so we got somebody who's a legend in the game who's getting ready to take on a brand new avenue. Fat Joe is on with us. How are you feeling, my brother?
I'm outside with it.
Nice.
What's up? What's
Not too
going on,
much.
guys?
Just
Hey,
hanging.
we're here in Detroit, and I hear you have some ties to Detroit with Eminem. I have a
Let me
couple
tell you one
questions.
thing about Detroit people.
Uh-huh.
They never gonna leave Detroit. Them won't move. My man, shout out my man Chris Mo. Every one of my friends from Detroit,
Uh-huh.
don't tell them it's sunnier in Miami and they don't want to hear it. They're like, yo, we from Detroit. We ain't going nowhere.
Detroit,
Absolutely.
everybody.
I read on Reddit, is it true that Eminem sent you 30 versions of the Lean Back remix?
Yeah, but it was all the same thing,
Uh-huh.
same verse, different ways he said it.
Uh-huh.
And so, he's such a perfectionist
Right.
that he was like sending the same thing, but then he finally said, "All right, that's the one you could go with." And when Eminem, when the GOAT,
Yeah.
tells you what to go with, you go with it. That's it.
Did he talk you out of retirement?
No, he tried, but I think he's like, "What? Joe's dropping music still?" Like, he called me. I was in my mother's house. It was just weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Eminem. It was a weird number. And I picked it up. And he was like, "Yo, Joe, how you going to leave us, man? I'm listening to you. You still got it."
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, I'm bored, man. I'm out of here. But it was an honor to have him reach out to me. But now I got an album coming out next month called The World Changed on Me.
Okay.
I like the new hit. I saw it on your Instagram last week, I think it was.
Yeah, Mikala and Anita.
Yeah.
It's called
Mhm.
It's good to know that your OGs can still drop relevant, great music. It's climbing up the charts, and we just blessed, man.
Amazing.
I got to ask you something, Joe, because over the weekend, you were somewhere that is very special to me. You were on campus at UCF, which is where I went to college. You were up there for a Big Noon Kickoff on Fox. What was it like being, at Big Noon Kickoff on UCF's campus?
Very hot.
Yes.
Very hot and humid.
Yeah, that's Florida.
But, of course, the moment was when Callie crowd surfed.
Yeah.
I see video of that this morning.
I thought he was going to crush a couple of people. I thought he was lying. Like when he was like, "Yo, I'm going in." I was like, this guy. He jumped on there. I said, "Oh my God, this guy." Man, I wouldn't have done it.
No.
I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Well, the crowd came through for him. They held him up.
Great time.
Yeah. So what was your experience like? Did you check out the campus at all, or did you just get in, handle business, and dip out?
Let me tell you something. The people were nice. You guys got some big birds down there. Like there's some birds that's taller than us. I was like, God damn, where did find these birds? And they're walking around the people like it's normal.
Like it's nothing. Yeah.
These birds, these are like ostriches or something. I mean, it's crazy.
That's Florida for you. That's Florida.
You went to school there. You see them birds?
Of course, I've seen them. I'm 6'2", though, so they're not looking at me eye to eye, but it's close. Now, I got a question. You Fat Joe Talk starts on STARZ. I know that back in the day, you and 50 had some beef. All of his shows are getting pulled from STARZ, and now you're on STARZ. Did you have something to do with his shows getting canceled?
No.
No coincidence to that, man. Shout out my brother 50. Nothing like that. I was on Instagram Live doing a bunch of interviews, and STARZ contacted me and said, "Man, we think this could be a real TV show."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Bet." My whole life I wanted to have a TV show.
Yeah.
And so it's a traveling talk show that's all about the culture and uplifting the culture and inspiring the people to be great.
Yeah. That's dope. So you say you travel. Do you travel to your guests? Do you meet them in a different location? Like, how does the show going to work?
I interviewed T.I. in the ATL, went to the Trap Museum, hung out with Lotto. I went to L.A. for LL. I went to L.A. for Baby. Like every day, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just
all over
the place.
Maybe
I'm outside.
Maybe that could be the new show. Where is Fat Joe? So right now.
Where is Fat Joe? Oh, Fat Joe talks a lot.
a lot. I know the show hasn't aired yet, but have you had a favorite guest that you've or a favorite place that you've gone to speak to somebody?
I love everybody. But I think showing my range is when I interviewed Hakeem Jeffries, who's the Democratic leader. And so just showed that Joe knows so much about what's going on with politics and all that. It just shows the diverse and the complexity of the journalism that's going down with the show.
Mhm.
So I really enjoyed that.
That's dope. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So she asked about your favorite person. Who's on your bucket list? Like, who's the one person that you're like, if this show hits and does what I want it to do, that I want to sit down and talk to?
Hey, if they could come back to Earth, it would be Biggie and Tupac.
Mm.
I think we all would, right?
I know, right?
Yeah. Imagine I had Biggie and Pop, and I'm like, yo, what's up? What's going on? Yo, what y'all, I would think maybe President Obama.
Okay.
Former President Obama, I really look up to him and everything he's done to gel America together. That would be exciting.
That's amazing. I do have a question because on the show I'm known as like the hip hop hippie because I do a lot of wellness stuff outside of the station. And I know next year it will be 25 years since Big Pun passed. And I know that had a huge influence on you to change, your wellness and everything. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Man, we lost him too soon. Lyrical giant, leader of all Latinos in hip hop. But we were young and we didn't know. We didn't know, what we were doing to ourselves. We didn't know what we were doing to our bodies. And because he was so young and he passed away, it looked like today, God bless Dikembe Mutombo, was only 58.
I know.
Up Dikembe, man, Mr. No.
Mm-hmm.
And so, life is short, man, and you got to take advantage of your health because otherwise nothing else matters if you're not here.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That is true.
Let me ask something that's been a big topic, especially in the hip hop community over the past couple of weeks is Super Bowl 51. I don't know the number, which is in New Orleans next February. And Kendrick Lamar is doing the halftime. A lot of people were upset saying, it should have been Lil Wayne since it's in Louisiana. Then you had Orlando Brown over the weekend talking about Jay-Z made the best decision ever by not booking Lil Wayne. What are your thoughts on that whole situation when it comes to that Super Bowl halftime?
I see it both ways. Kendrick Lamar had an amazing year. He's obviously carried the year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He probably got the only hit of the year, right?
Yeah.
So get what they were doing. But I do see Cash Money and Lil Wayne's point of view, where it's New Orleans, it's their home. They get to come back and be hometown heroes. And you see with Lil Wayne, you get the Hot Boys, you get Nicki Minaj, you get Drake, I understand their point of view. It's a very valid point of view.
For sure.
All right. Well, let's go back to Fat Joe Talks. So it airs this Friday, is that right?
That's right. October 4th, right after the finale of Power. We're coming on with the Fat Joe Talk show. First guest, Method Man.
Yes.
And we're having this conversation. Yes. Why all the girls like extra?
I mean, I'm guessing you probably know if you're asking me the question.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Is he really that hot? Is Method Man hot?
Listen, he has aged. Like, I don't know. Like him and
I would. It's an A and B conversation.
He's hot. He's hot. He's got hotter as he's gotten older. Like him and Mario, two people I think that just are like getting finer as they get older. But I mean,
he says don't judge him on his beauty. Judge him on his talent.
Stop taking his shirt off.
I came up with yesterday's price is not today's price.
Mm-hmm.
He came up with don't judge me by my beauty. Judge me by my talent. This guy's a real, You know what I mean?
Like, well, I'm going to say I'm doing both.
He's aging like fine wine,
He
huh?
is. He is. He is. Well, he needs to keep that shirt on then.
Yes.
Woo!
Oh,
Should have
Anyway.
interviewed him with the shirt off.
there you go.
Can
You
you
wanna
give us a little? Can you give us a little something from the interview that you really enjoyed with him before it airs?
No, Method Man is a guy that doesn't talk much.
Mhm.
So being privy to the conversation, we talked about family, we talked about depression, we talked about real stuff.
Yeah.
And it got real deep and motivational. And I think everyone could learn from this interview.
That's
Awesome.
dope. Well, you got a hell of a lead in the finale of Power heading into the show. And did you get to see the finale with Method Man being your first guest? Do you get into that at all, or?
I don't get into that specifically. I get into Power and Ghost, but
Mhm.
not about what the finale was about. But we got some more huge surprises coming right after Method Man, like the second week's guest.
Uh-huh.
Yo, this is getting out of it's getting out of control, guys.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
I can't
Stay
wait.
tuned.
There we go. We're hyped, man. Super excited. Come on, you work for STARZ now. They should have gave you a screener or something to see, to watch the finale.
No, I did.
Oh, did
I
you?
did, but it ain't about it. Ain't. I'm not just telling you that this whole interview is about just the ghost of Power.
Mhm.
It's about Method Man, the rapper, the American icon,
Yeah, the legend.
the leader of Wu-Tang. And let me tell you something. Wu-Tang's for the children.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fat Joe Talks this Friday on STARZ after the finale of Power Ghost. I will be watching both of those things back to back. So thank you so much. October 4th is the first episode, and then it's
Yeah.
every Friday, right?
Blessing being on your show, my brother and sister. And thank you so much for having me. October 4th, go download the STARZ app.
I already
Let's
got
get
it.
to it.
Joe,
All right.
appreciate your time, man. And we look forward to seeing the show.
Peace.
All right, brother. Take care.